Hi everyone and welcome to Book Boop. I am Rachel and welcome to a reading vlog. This is my first attempt at doing kind of a weekly reading vlog, hopefully having my husband do some editing. So I'm hoping to do a little bit of B-roll, show some extra things other than just reading, just a few things in my life. I feel like a hot mess this morning. It's currently Monday morning and I just dropped off my little kindergartner for her first full day of school. And this is going to be her first full week of school, being there from like 8:30 a.m. till about 4 o'clock, 5 days this week, I'm interested to see how she does. She's had 2 half days already and she absolutely adores school right now. She loves it so much. So I'm interested to see how she feels by the end of the week having 5 full days in a row. Hopefully, I hope she still absolutely loves it and is having a great time. Sorry if the camera's wiggling a little bit. I have you set on the couch right now. I'm just sitting on the couch hanging out with my puppo. This is Moon. He licks his paws a lot. Not sure why, but he's just always done that. So I feel a little weird this morning because this is my first Monday ever not having my daughter at home with me. My husband's at work, so right now it's just me at home, which is rarely ever happens. And usually Mondays, it's me and my daughter home together all day. I work a little bit from home on Mondays. I don't have to go into the office, but I work a little bit from home and I do household chores and all those sorts of fun things. But this is the first time I've got a Monday to myself, which is super weird, really exciting. Unfortunately, I woke up with a little bit of anxiety this morning, probably just the excitement of the day, being the first full day of kindergarten, and also the fact that I have like this day to myself, which shouldn't be anxious at all. It should be fun, which it is. But at the same time, I'm one of those people, in my mind, I build up so many things that I want to do that if I don't get to do them or this day doesn't turn out the way I want to, I get anxious. And so in my mind, I'm scrolling through all the things that I want to do, need to do. It's ridiculous. I wish my brain didn't work this way. But I did say this was a reading vlog, so let's talk about books really quick. So I actually finished a book last night. So now I need to figure out what I'm going to be reading today. To be perfectly honest, I usually always have like a specific TBR every month. And I'm running into this problem I've never really run into before, which is I don't know what I feel like reading. I want to read. I'm in the mood to read, but I don't know what I feel like reading. I have a lot of sequels that I need to read. I need to read Cytonic by Brandon Sanderson, which is the 3rd book in his Skyward series, sci-fi YA series, which I really enjoy, but I'm not sure if I'm in the mood to read that one or not. I also want to read the 3rd book in the Tale of Magic series by Chris Colfer, which is a middle grade fantasy fairy tale mashup type series. And it's super fun, but I read the 2nd book such a long time ago. I remember nothing. So I will need to find a detailed description of what the last book was. I also am a little bit tempted to pick a book off of my TBR cart. And the one I'm actually thinking about is reading Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I think I might be in the mood maybe for a thriller. And Survive the Night has some mixed reviews. Some people really love it. Or actually, you know what? I haven't heard that many people that say they love it. I've heard some people say they like it and some people said they hate it. So I'm really interested to see what I think about it. And I've had that one on my TBR for quite a while and it's just sitting on my TBR cart. So I might do that one. That one could be kind of fun to read with a vlog so I can talk to you all about what I think about it without spoilers, of course, but just to kind of walk with you all on that, on whether or not I like it or not. So I might do that. So I might pick that up. Also, something fun today. I think I'm going to try to go to a local bookstore called Ghostlight. And they are a secondhand bookstore and you can bring books in and they give you can either just donate the books or you can donate them and they can give you in-store credit and you can use that credit for anything in the store. They have mostly books, of course, but they also have a lot of bookish types of gifts. They have a lot of bookish candles, some t-shirts, bookmarks, socks, different things like that. So it's a really cool place to go shop and I think I would really like to go there today because since I don't have my kid, I can just go to a store by myself, which is amazing. Sounds so amazing. So I've been wanting to go to Ghostlight for a long time because I've got, I think, 4 books that I'm wanting to take there to get store credit, and maybe hopefully I can find a book today. So we can do a little bit of book shopping. So that'll be really fun. I do still have to work today, do laundry, vacuum, all the fun household things, but I think it'll be a good time. Why don't you come with me to the book cart and let's go get Survive the Night. So welcome to my boudoir, my lovely bed. Here on my side table here, I've got my book cart, but these are my plush mallows. This is Starby. She's a pumpkin spice latte plush mallow, and I absolutely love her so much. And then everybody, this is my massive plush mallow. This is Biscuit, not Biscuit, Biscuit. You heard me right. She is the ultimate, like, giant cozy plush mallow, and I absolutely adore her. And she is perfect for when I'm feeling super anxious and I just need something to snuggle. But Biscuit, we're not here for you right now. We're here to find Survive the Night. So let's see where we got it. Oh, here it is right here. All right, let me see if I can get this out one-handed. I've got all these books in here pretty darn tight. So let me see if I can wiggle it out. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to need to put the camera down to get this puppy out.
Approximately 10 hours later.
All right, my dudes, I got it out. I was a little bit of a struggle, but this is Survive the Night by Riley Sager. It doesn't look too long, but I am feeling a little, I don't know, hesitant about reading it because I've heard so many different divisive things about this, but we're going to try it out. I don't know when I'm going to be able to start it today. Hopefully sometime this morning, but I do need to get some other things done first, some work things and some household chore things. I also think I'm going to be meeting my sister-in-law for coffee as well, which will be super fun. So hopefully I should be able to start this today, and we'll see how it goes. I forgot to tell you all that I am in the middle of reading another fiction book, and that is, I'm reading on my Kindle, and it is Crenshaw by Catherine Applegate, and it is a very short middle grade, and I am really enjoying it, but it's relatively heavy hitting. I've been reading Kindle books for when I am on the treadmill. I've been trying to work out regularly, and part of my workout is getting on the treadmill for a little bit. And so I have a book on my Kindle so I can make the font massive so I'm not wearing my glasses and I can see the pages and the words clearly. So Crenshaw is about this little boy, and his family is really hitting some hard times to where they're going to be losing their home most likely, and his parents are struggling making enough money to be able to provide for the family. And this little boy has this imaginary cat friend that can talk named Crenshaw, and it's just about his relationship with this imaginary friend and with the things that he's facing in his family and how he's handling them as a child. And it's very heavy hitting. I am enjoying it, but it's sad at the same time. And I usually like reading middle grades that are a little bit more whimsical and a little bit more actually spooky. I like reading spooky middle grades. So this one's very different because it's contemporary and heavy hitting and dealing with a kid that's having to face things that he shouldn't have to face. So it's good though. I am really liking it, and I think what's the percentage? Okay, I'm 58% of the way through, so I should be able to finish this book within the next few days, hopefully. So I've got that one too. I forgot to say what Survive the Night is about as well, so let me tell you that really quick if you haven't heard of that one. Survive the Night is an adult thriller, and we're following a girl whose friend, I don't know if it's a friend or somebody on her college campus, has been murdered, and apparently there is a kind of like college campus killer, and this girl decides that she wants to go home, I think for a break or something, or just to get away from the campus, and she ends up hitching a ride with somebody from the campus. I think like someone just puts on a bulletin board like they're willing to drive somebody because they're going to be going somewhere anyways, and they're willing to take a passenger. And so she ends up going on a ride with this person, and she starts to wonder if the person that she's hitched a ride with is actually the campus killer. So it sounds really interesting and spooky, and I think it's all set around one night. of driving through the night and possibly being in a car with a killer, which sounds terrifying and also really kind of fun to read. So hopefully it's good. We will see. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about this now because I'm not going to start reading it right now. I'm going to go do some chores and fun things like that. Maybe make myself some tea really quick, and I'll just get going with my day. So I'm going to be meeting my sister-in-law for coffee soon, and after coffee, I'm going to go over to Ghostlight. So I wanted to show you what books I'm going to be taking in to donate. One of them is Language of Ghosts by Heather Fawcett. This is a book I read recently. It's a middle grade fantasy. Didn't really like it very much, so I'm going to go donate it. And let's see, I also have another middle grade that I'm going to donate that I didn't like that much. If I can get it out of the bag, it's stuck. And that is the Trilogy of Two by Juman Malouf. Ooh, I probably just butchered that. This book is so pretty and it sounded so cool, but I just didn't really like it very much. So I think I've got two more in here. Oh yes, this is just middle grade central right now. This is another middle grade I was really hoping I'd love and I just didn't. And it's called The Accidental Afterlife of Thomas Marsden. It is by Emma Trevane. And it had like this fae vibe, which I'm just not that into fae. And this looked very like paranormal. And that's not what it ended up being. So I was sad about that. It wasn't quite what I wanted. This next one is one that I actually really enjoy, but I just don't think I'm ever going to read it again. And that is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I know this is kind of a classic. And I did like it. It's a great book. It's a fantastic book and definitely worth reading. But I just decided I just don't think I want to keep it in my collection for some reason. I'd rather trade it in and let somebody else have a shot at reading this book and owning it, and also just being able to get some credit so that I can get another book. So I've got 4 whole books here. I'll have to see how much credit I'll get. I feel like I get usually around $3-ish a book, possibly. So I may get 3, 6, 9, 12. I might get $12 out of this or less. Since this one's a paperback, I'm not sure if they do different prices for paperbacks and hardbacks, but hopefully I get a little bit of money and I can maybe get a little something at Ghostlight, like some book shopping, something amazing. But I'm going to be going to a coffee shop with my sister-in-law. Hopefully I can show just a little bit of shots, a little B-roll of that, and also the bookstore, so you can just see where I am. I'm going to this local coffee shop that I really love and I haven't been to in a long time. It's called the Fainting Goat and it's adorable. It's so fun. It's just this fun little coffee shop in this little house. So anyways, probably next clips you'll see will be me at the coffee shop. Okay, so change of plans. I'm not meeting my sister-in-law for coffee. She called literally as I was pulling out of the driveway to say that she couldn't make it. So we'll do that another time. And I'm really, really glad I checked the bookstore's Instagram before I left, because I remember they were having some kind of sale soon and I couldn't remember if it was happening yet or not. But I'm glad I checked because it said they were going to be opening late today and opening an hour later than normal. So I'm glad I didn't leave for that yet either. So I stayed home and did some housework, did some work, and now I'm going to eat some lunch, and after lunch I will go to the bookstore. But I thought for funsies, I could show you all what I'm eating for lunch today. I eat almost the same kind of thing for lunch each day. I feel like it's relatively healthy-ish and tasty. So I figured I would show you that. I like to see what people are eating and the foods they do. So I'll show you that. All right, so this is usually what I make for lunch most days. I make myself a smoothie bowl. So I have some crushed ice, some banana, strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries in here, and I'm gonna use a hand blender and blend that all up. Pour that in a bowl. I'll top it with some extra berries, and then I'll put a little bit of granola on top, a little bit of almonds, and a drizzle of honey. And that's usually what I eat for lunch, and it tastes really fresh and tasty. And I could technically eat this as just a drink instead of as a bowl, but I like it's like an acai bowl, but the cheap way, basically. And there we go. There's my finished delicious smoothie bowl.
Bon appetit.
All right, lunch has been eaten. I put away some laundry. Now I think I can finally go to the bookstore, and they should be open. So let's go do some book shopping. Hello, I am now back from the bookstore. I filmed one measly clip in the bookstore, then felt slightly uncomfortable about it, and then I forgot to film more. So I'm sorry, there probably isn't going to be any clips of me being out, but I promise I did go out. I went to the bookstore and I went to the library, so all the bookish things. I had some books to take back to the library and decided I'm going to go inside because I almost never get to go inside the library by myself. So I figured, hey, I can actually go back in the stacks this time. So I ended up getting some books at the library too. So first of all, with the 4 books that I brought into the bookstore, they gave me $10 credit, which was pretty decent. So I decided to hunt around and look for a book, and I found one, and I also ended up getting some bookish stickers because they have some really great bookish stickers there. So this is the book I ended up picking up. The Taking of Jake Livingston by Ryan Douglas. This is one I have been really wanting to read for a while. It's a bit short, but they had it there for $9. So I was like, hey, perfect. I will get this and then get some bookish stickers as well. So I'm excited about this because I think it's going to be perfect for spooky season if I get to it. I've got so many spooky season books I want to read. But this one I know is about a boy who's able to see ghosts, and I think he kind of has a side job getting rid of them, like getting rid of ghosts. But it's a YA thing, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I love the cover. It's super spooky. So I got that. Here's the stickers I got. These are so fun. So I got this little, cute little pinup girl who is reading and looking very sassy, and I think she's adorable. I also got this one, which looks very like 1980s, and it says Weekend Plans, which is super cute. And I also get this one that just says, read, read, read. I think I'm going to use this one for the back of my phone case because I keep changing out my stickers on my phone case until they fall apart. And this one's starting to say eed instead of read. It's starting to get worn down. So I'll probably replace this one in a little bit with this one. And I think, honestly, these two, I like to use them either on my phone case or I like to make magnets out of them to put on my book cart. And I think I'm going to make magnets out of these because I love them. I think they're so stinking cute. They did have a sticker a while back that I was really hoping they still had that I was searching for that said reading is sexy, and it had a girl with her glasses down like this, and it was so cute, and I couldn't find it. So apparently other people thought it was cute too because they were sold out of them. So hopefully eventually in the future they'll restock on those, but these are super cute too. So I'm probably going to make some magnets out of these so I can have them on my book cart and see them all the time. All right, so at the library, I decided to pick up 2 books because these were the books I talked about earlier in the video because I want to make myself read them this month. So I did pick up A Tale of Sorcery by Chris Colfer. This is the 3rd book in the Tale of Magic series, and I legitimately remember practically nothing from the last book. It's been so long since I've read it. So I'll have to look up a detailed description before I read this one because I ain't got time to reread books. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't particularly love rereading books, especially when I need to continue in a series because it just takes up so much time to me. So I'm going to be reading this one hopefully eventually this month. And I picked up Cytonic by Brandon Sanderson, which this one, thankfully, is thinner than the other ones in the series, which I'm thankful for because both Skyward and Starsight were chonkos. So this one, thankfully, is not quite as big, although I will say the font's pretty small, so I don't know. But I am interested in continuing in this because I recently read the novellas that are between books 2 and 3 because I was told that it's best to read the novellas before you read book 3. So I'm all caught up. Hopefully I'm ready for this one now and I can get caught up in this series too. So those are all the books that I grabbed today, which I'm excited about. One of them I get to keep in my collection, and I hope it's really, really good because it just looks really cool and creepy. So, all right, now that I've done all that, I am officially home for the rest of the day. I am going to work. I need to work probably about 30 more minutes or so today. And then I'm going to exercise. I'm going to do my daily exercise routine, or I do during the week, Monday through Friday normally, if I can. I do about 30 minutes on the treadmill, and 30 minutes of yoga. I do the Yoga with Adriene videos on YouTube. I love her channel because she's such a calm person. I mean, yoga is a calm thing anyways, but she's just a very chill, calm person, and she's really fun to watch and to do routines with. And I've been doing like a 30-day program. She has several of them, but I'm doing a 30-day program where you're supposed to do yoga for 30 days straight. I haven't been doing it for 30 days straight, but I really love it because it helps give me some strength training as well as helps with my anxiety some, because there's a lot in yoga that has to do with breathing and breathing with movement, which helps with my anxiety, because a lot of times when I feel anxious, I breathe very shallowly. I can't say that word. I don't breathe very well when I'm anxious. So it helps. So I'm going to do that. And so after I work and exercise, I've got one more load of laundry to take care of, but the rest of the day is just going to be chill. Hopefully soon I can start on Survive the Night and get to that, even though I'm tempted to go ahead and start one of these because I kind of feel like reading Cytonic now, but I said I was going to read Survive the Night, so I'm going to read Survive the Night because I'm interested to see if I like it or not. All right, I'm going to stop blathering now so I can do some work because I need to work. I'll catch you guys later. Well, it's now Tuesday. I promise I did read yesterday. I did. Oh, there's Mooners right there. I'll stretch it out, bud. It's my sweet boy. I'm currently on my lunch break on Tuesday from work. I work in the office on Tuesdays and run home for lunch. And I did film a clip last night talking about everything that I read. I started Survive the Night. I had thoughts. And then after I filmed the clip, I looked at the clip and went, oh, the quality's really bad. I guess the lighting was just poopy and I looked terribly pixelated. I was like, I don't like that. So I deleted it and I didn't have time to film another clip. So I was like, I'm just going to have to wait till tomorrow to talk about it. But it's only been a second for you. But I did read on Monday. First of all, I did finish Crenshaw by Christina Applegate. I think that's the author's name. I ended up finishing it while I was working out on the treadmill yesterday. I was not expecting to finish it. I thought it was going to take me a couple more days. And it was super cute. I think I gave it 4 stars. Definitely more of a heavy hitting contemporary kind of middle grade, but it was cute. It was a really good way to approach a difficult topic of a family just struggling to the point of basically ending up homeless because they couldn't afford to stay in their apartment and just certain things happening in their lives. So it was a really well done way of approaching that topic for a middle grade audience. So it was good. I didn't love it. It's a very short, sweet book, but I gave it 4 stars, so it was good. I did start Survive the Night. I'm not that far into it. There's my little bookmark there. I'm hoping to definitely read some more today. So here are my thoughts on it so far. I am enjoying it. I approached this book with low expectations because I know a lot of people really don't like this book. So far, I am pleasantly surprised. I don't want to give any spoilers for anything, but I will explain. I know a lot of people get frustrated with this book because of the main character. The main character has a tendency to play other scenarios in her mind that aren't often explained in the book to be a fake scenario until like a just kidding, that didn't actually happen, which that hasn't necessarily happened yet. But I feel like Riley Sager is explaining really well why the character is the way she is. So she has this mental issue, I guess you could call it, to where she actually has a tendency, when her brain gets overwhelmed with too many emotions, too many thoughts, her brain will switch to what she calls like cinematic mode, where she starts to envision the life around her as something in a movie. She's obsessed with movies, and so she tends to change scenarios to what she wants. And it's to the point where she's been meeting with a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist actually said that they're hallucinations. Like, it's that potent of a thing. Well, she'll just sort of like zone out, and she basically had these hallucinations of things happening. So I feel like Riley Sager has done a good job of explaining why the character is the way she is. I'm not going to say why that occurs, like why she started doing that and kind of like processing things happening to her in that way. I'm not going to explain that because that is a spoiler, but just the fact that she just approaches the world in that way. Look at sweet mooners. You getting a good back scratch, bud? Okay. Ignore the explosion of toys behind me. My daughter and some of her friends we're like the party house in the neighborhood. I don't know how that happened, but a lot of the kids like descend on our house, and then this room explodes with toys. So I'm sorry. There's chairs upside down. It's a massacre up here. Anyways, I'm just all to say I'm enjoying it so far. So far, I'm not frustrated with the main character because I think she's explained well enough for why she is the way she is that I'm not frustrated with her yet. So far, I'm liking it. I'm enjoying this book a lot. I think it's reminding me of how much I love Riley Sager's writing style. Even if this plot ends up going a direction I like the writing style. And it really keeps me invested, and it's fast moving, and I think it's well done so far. So I'm excited to read more today and hopefully find out some more. One thing I did share last night too that I wanted to share too, because I wanted to drag you all in with the nostalgia with me. So yesterday I was like, you know what? I want to start reading more books with my daughter because I'll read some of her books, like little chapter books and things like that. And I was like, you know what? I want to start reading some books to her that I really love and want to share with her. And so I showed her a lineup of some specific girls and asked her to pick one. And she picked this one. She picked Samantha. I have all the old American Girl books. I was obsessed with these when I was a kid. I read them over and over and over. Samantha was one of my favorites. I did have an American Girl doll. I still have her. I want to give her to my daughter at some point when she's a little bit older because I want her to be very careful with her. I have the Molly doll. Molly was my favorite when I was a kid because she was the only other American Girl that wore glasses. So I could relate to her in that way. And also her being set in World War II, it was more contemporary than the other ones. But I would say Samantha was probably my second favorite. But she picked Samantha. So I read her the first chapter of this book last night before bed, and you guys, all the nostalgic feels. I love it so much. It made me so happy to do this. So I'm hoping we'll stay in the habit of maybe trying to read a little bit of this maybe every night before bed. That would be great. But it's so fun to like read these. And what cracks me up is this one's like crazy rumpled. I guess I got this one wet when I was a kid because not all of them are like this, so I don't think it's something that happened because I'm storing them in the attic right now. And this one's just like really rumpled, so I must have gotten it wet at some point when I was a kid. But it shows the love and how much like I read these so much. So hopefully I can read chapter 2 to her tonight. So it was fun. I enjoyed doing that. But that's my update. I haven't gotten to read at all yet today because I got up, got my daughter ready, took her to school, went straight to work. And I've been in meetings all morning. One of our meetings went long, and I got so hangry. Oh, I should have eaten a snack before that meeting because it just kept going, and I was like, I need food now. It's like, I need a stat. I'm about to eat myself. So got home, ate, and now I'm talking to you. So I still have a lot of work to do this afternoon at work. It's mid-year, but we're already working on budget for 2023, and I have to input that into our database and all that stuff, and we only do it once a year, and so I have to like relearn how to enter it in every year because I only do it once a year, so I don't always log away that information that well. So lots of fun businessy things to do today. So I'm excited for when I get home and I can exercise, maybe start another Kindle book. I'm not sure which one I'm going to start yet, and then get to some more Survive the Night because I want to see what happens. I'm hoping I continue to enjoy it because it's a good time. I like it. I like it so far. And I like that it's set in the early 90s. It's set in 1991 and I was born in 88. So it's giving me some nostalgia vibes. Granted, I wasn't in college like this character is in the 90s, but it's so nostalgic. Anyways, all right. Mooner's just sitting here looking out the window, just making sure that we're staying safe. He's such a good boy that way. I will chat with you all in a little bit, hopefully when I have done some reading. You know how I said I was going to chat with you all some more and give you some more updates on Tuesday? Well, psych, that didn't happen. It's Wednesday now. Same time again, my lunch break. Just to be completely transparent, last night, out of nowhere, I got a really pretty intense anxiety attack for no reason. I've been having a great day and I was feeling really good, and all of a sudden I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I felt like that for a good chunk of last night. So I did not end up feeling up to filming. However, my husband played some D&D, online D&D stuff with some of his friends, and after my daughter went to bed, that meant I could just hang out and read on my own. And so I ended up reading a lot more of Survive the Night. I am now halfway through this puppy and I have thoughts. This book is starting to stress me out. I am still really enjoying it. I'm still liking the story. I'm liking the mystery of it. I'm still liking our main character. I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm legitimately enjoying this book, but it is stressing me out. At the halfway point, we did get kind of some reveals, some things now that have been confirmed for the reader. Our main protagonist, she is a little bit unreliable, which sometimes I can get kind of frustrated with, but I'm not minding too much. And she is just like straight up, it's stressing me out because she's straight up just getting gaslighted by this guy. And she's just constantly questioning herself and her own sanity. And he's making it worse. And it's stressing me out because I feel so bad for her because she's questioning herself and not trusting herself. But as the reader, you're like, you know what's happening, and you just want to be able to talk to her through the book and be like, no, like it's so stressful. I was starting to get really stressed about it last night, and I was like, okay, I got to a point and I was like, I'm gonna stop now. I'm at a good stopping point. I'm gonna stop and just watch a little bit of BookTube and just chill and hang out for a little bit because I already had been feeling really anxious for no reason at all. So I was like, you know what? I think I've read enough, but I'm hoping I should be able to read a little bit more today. Wednesdays for me are absolutely jam-packed. The schedule is nuts. I pretty much work all day Wednesday during the school year. So I'm working from like 8 in the morning till about 9 p.m. and little breaks here and there for lunch, for dinner, things like that. I will have hopefully a chunk of time before my daughter gets home from school to read a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to update you all anymore today, but hopefully I'll be able to read a little bit more of this. Another reading update. I decided to start another book on my Kindle while I was working out yesterday, which I probably won't get to read anymore today, but I am loving it so far. So there's a series called Lockwood & Co. by Jonathan Stroud, and I'm not sure if it's middle grade or young adult. I'm not really sure. The characters are young adult, but I'm not sure if it's focused for which age group. But it's about, the first book is called The Screaming Staircase, and it's about this little company, I think it's run by teens, who investigate hauntings. And I guess they also have the ability to, like, they usually investigate the hauntings and then also, I guess, have ways to get rid of them or get rid of the ghosts if there's like a malevolent spirit or something. And I haven't gotten very far into it, only a couple chapters, but I'm really enjoying it because it just starts right off the bat with them going to a house and investigating a haunting. And so I like the fact that it just jumps right in. It takes place, I think it takes place in the UK because of the way they're talking. And I think just the dialogue, and I think the locations they are, I'm pretty sure it takes place in the UK. I really like the kind of bantery dialogue between these two main characters that we're following at the moment. They work together to investigate hauntings, and it's been really fun so far, and I can tell I'm really gonna love this series. Excuse me. Just sounds like it's right up my alley, exactly what I love. So I'm excited to finally start it. I think there are 5 books in the series, so it might be fun to just maybe binge them while I work out, just start with the first one and go through. But this is a series I've been wanting to read for a long time. I've had it on my Goodreads TBR for the longest time, and it's just been sitting on my Kindle. So I'm glad I finally started it. But that's my update. I don't have much else right now. I'm just gonna enjoy the little bit of lunch break I have left, get back to work, get everything ready for work tonight because I've got music choir rehearsal, band rehearsal, those kind of things. So I'm trying to get music together and get all that stuff prepped and prepared. So I got a lot of work to do still for tonight, but it's a good day. It is a good day. It's just a busy day and I'm tired. and hoping that I don't have any more really bad anxiety attacks today, because I would rather not. They are not fun, let me tell you. So I hope you all are having a great week and enjoying whatever you're reading or whatever you need to do. I hope you have some rest time, because it's important. It's important to have some time to breathe, because we need it. Anyways, loving survived the night, to be honest, and I'm pleasantly surprised, so that's pretty sweet. Hopefully I will talk to you, if not today, I should hopefully talk to you tomorrow. I want to get a little bit of puppy appreciation right now, because look at this sweet boy. Oh my goodness. He's so cute. I still feel so bad on Tuesdays and Wednesdays when he spends so much time by himself at home. He's my snuggly boy. I just love him so much. Yes. He just chillaxed with me last night while I was stressed out, and I appreciated it. He just snuggled with me and let me pet him. And it was nice. Are you a good boy, Moon Moon? Yes, you are. You're so good. It's now Saturday. I'm terrible at vlogging. I don't think I filmed anything at all Thursday or Friday, so I'm sorry about that. I'm sitting here with my morning coffee, and you guys, I finished it. I finished Survive the Night on Thursday, so I'm very behind on updating you all on what's going on with my reading. I feel like there's a lot I can't say about this book because it's a thriller, but I do want to give you my basic thoughts. First of all, I enjoyed it. I really liked it a lot. This has solidified the fact that I really like Riley Sager. As I said before, this is a very polarizing book. A lot of people don't like this particular thriller by Riley Sager, and I can understand why. Obviously, I can't say why because that would be a massive spoiler, but to me, I was a little bit annoyed by, I believe, the thing that people get frustrated about in this book. I was a little bit annoyed by it, but it did not ruin my enjoyment of the book, to be honest. I thought it was well paced. I thought there were plenty of interesting twists and turns. I just literally went for a ride in this book. I just let myself have a good time with it because I went in with it with low expectations, which is, I think, what you should do. It's always a good idea to go into a book with low expectations, especially a thriller, and just let yourself have fun. Don't try to figure it out. Just have a good time, and you'll have a good time. I liked the main character. I liked the whole thing about her having sort of like this coping mechanism of movies basically playing in her mind and like reality changing in front of her a little bit. I enjoyed that aspect of it. It wasn't as prevalent and overly constant as I thought it would be, because I figured that was probably the main annoyance of most people. I don't think it happened as often as I expected it to. But there is definitely something that happens in this book that I realize frustrates people. And I actually had to go back and reread the last chapter because I realized after I read the last chapter, I was kind of trying to finish it in a hurry. I'd been reading for a while and I could hear my daughter. She was in the bathtub making a lot of noise. And so I was distracted when I read the last chapter, and it didn't quite lock in my head what happened. And later that night, I was like, you know what? I don't think I fully understand what happened in the last chapter. So I went back and read it and realized I didn't understand what happened in the last chapter. So I'm glad I went back and read it, because then after that point, and then I was like, oh, okay, now I understand why people get frustrated with this book. But, and again, I want to say so bad. I want to like give a spoiler and say so bad and talk about the ending of this and to talk about what things I think frustrate people about this book. But I don't want to spoil anything. So I will say I recommend it. I gave it 4 stars. I had a good time with it. Is it Riley Sager's best? Out of the ones I have read Home Before Dark and Lock Every Door. Those are the only other ones I've read, and I loved them. I definitely want to read more of Riley Sager's books. I want to read the new one. I want to read the ones that I have written a while ago before those other 2 that I've read. I want to read them all because I really enjoy it. This was not the best one out of the 3 full ones I have read, but it was still really good, and I had a good time with it, and I thought it was fun. So I do recommend it. I'd say give it a shot. And this, honestly, this makes me more inclined to always try to read something and get my own opinion about it, because sometimes people read a book and it maybe was something I was interested in originally, and a lot of people are like, I didn't like it, I didn't like it, and I don't like it, it's not good. And then a lot of times I'll be like, okay, I won't waste my time. And in some cases that probably is good, but in this case, I am glad this was at Goodwill. I am glad I just was like, you know what? It's like $2. I'm going to buy it. I'm glad I did because I really enjoyed this. Otherwise, I don't think I would have picked it up because of the amount of people that said they didn't like this book. So I'm glad I did. I'm glad I went into it with low expectations. It was a good time. So I had a lot of fun with it. I am still reading The Screaming Staircase by... I think Jonathan Stroud, I think that's the name, the Lockwood & Co. series, and I am really enjoying it. I'm only about 30% in the book, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, and it's got those spooky ghost hunting vibes that I really enjoy. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like watching Ghost Hunters. I used to watch that show a lot. My husband and I both really loved watching that show until it started to go in a certain direction that I wasn't really comfortable with. But I love ghost hunting shows and ghosts in general. I don't necessarily believe in ghosts, but I believe in like demons and things like that. So, but I love reading ghost stories, and I love this kind of vibe of the fact that like these people are going and trying to get rid of ghosts that are like these malevolent forces. And I don't know, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a great way to kind of like go into spooky season because I am ready. I went into Home Goods yesterday, and I went a little while back and they had some Halloween stuff, but they had even more Halloween stuff. I wanted to buy more. I'm wearing my Goosebumps shirt today. I am so ready for spooky season. You have no idea. I love spooky season so much. And my husband last night, I told him, after he said this, I literally walked over, opened the front door and pointed outside and just said, get out. Because he looked at me, he said, I know that you're not going to agree with me and you're going to hate that I say this, but I'm kind of ready for like Christmas season. And I was like, no, we've got spooky season first. We're doing spooky season first. I'm like, I need my Halloween decorations out. There's like, I can't wait until I have all my Halloween stuff out because I don't think I've ever showed you all like all my Halloween decorations. I have so many, and I love setting up all my fall and Halloween decorations. They make me so happy, and I can't wait to show you all those. I won't set up Halloween stuff until probably the end of September, but I am going to put out like some generic fall stuff at the beginning of September. So that's what I did last year, and I really enjoyed that because it still gave like the fall stuff inside without like going full Halloween yet, because my husband is very much the kind of person, he's like, if it's not October, you don't put up Halloween decorations. If it's not December, you don't put up Christmas decorations. So we've gotten a little bit more lenient about that because time seems to be going faster and faster as we get older and as our daughter grows. And a lot of times when we put up decorations, it feels like we put them up and then immediately have to take them back down. So we've started to be a little bit more lenient about putting up decorations a little bit earlier. Like we'll kind of like towards the end of November, we'll put up Christmas now instead of at December. So I feel like my husband's starting to be a little bit more lenient about putting up decorations a little earlier, which makes me happy because I love decorating and Halloween and Christmas. But I love my spooky decorations so much. You have no idea. I love them. It's just, it's my favorite thing to go shopping for Halloween decorations and just look at all the spooky things. And I love the fact there's like so much like hocus pocus stuff now, and it just, it makes me so happy. So I'm rambling now. I think I'm probably going to wrap up this vlog here. I would kind of like to vlog some more today, but I think I'll just start a new vlog or something because I feel like this vlog has gone long enough. I'm planning on going to Ghostlight Books again today. One of my best friends in the world, she texted me last night and she was like, hey, I want to go to Ghostlight. You want to go with me? And even though I just went a few days ago, I'm like, sure, I'll go with you. So I'm going to go book shopping again today. I don't know if I'm going to end up getting anything. I might, I don't know. But support your local bookstores. I'm looking forward to going back and just shopping around and maybe finding something. They are having a sale right now. So I feel like I should get something to help support them because they're starting a sale that's going to increase in like the quality of sale over time because they are working on moving into a larger location, which is so exciting, but they're trying to pull down the amount of stuff that they have to move. So they're doing a sale to try to see if they can sell off some stuff so they don't have to pack up as much to move. So, but they're moving pretty much in the exact same spot. There's like a large house, this large old house, and there's some other buildings behind it, and they're in one of the buildings behind it. they're going to be moving into the house, and I was so excited. So it's going to be this much bigger bookstore. It's going to be really chill. I'm kind of hoping they might have a little area where you can like hang out and like just sit and read. So I don't know, we'll see, but I'm very excited about that. They're supposed to open at the beginning of September in their new location. So anyways, I feel like I'm blathered on enough. I'm glad I got through at least this in this vlog and got to talk about it, because it was really fun for you all to kind of go on this journey with me with this. I know I didn't get overly descriptive, and I just feel like I can't. You all let me know down below if you would like for me to have vlogs that have spoilers. Maybe I can put like a little symbol on the screen whenever I'm talking about spoilers so you can skip things or mute things. Let me know if you would like for me to do spoilers, or if you would prefer just completely to be spoiler free, it's what I usually always try to do with every video. If you want me to stay spoiler free, let me know. That's what I naturally do, but I would love to get to a point to actually talk about things more in depth. I just don't want to ruin things for people. But I would definitely have my husband put a logo or something up to let you know like I'm talking about spoilers. So anyways, all that to say, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I am hoping to get better at vlogging and to start doing some B-roll and making more interesting. I don't know what kind of stuff my husband's gonna wanna do when it comes to editing. I think he wants to be able to add music and do some different fun things. So hopefully they will start to get a little bit more involved and a little more interesting to watch. So I hope you still enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you all later. Please subscribe if you haven't, and if you'd like to watch another one of my videos, I will put a link for that over here as well. But thank you so much for watching. You rock. Don't forget to keep reading, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.